What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, but here we are. So when we moved into this place, I went to move the VIG and my clutch just like went to the floor and wouldn't come out, and I ended up having to tow it over here. And I assumed like my plan was going to be to just pull the trans and the motor, actually, finally, like I've been telling you guys I was going to do like forever, and potentially adapt some other type of like Honda clutch to the Vigor, because you can't get like pressure plates or like clutch kits or anything for this car. And I figured, okay, well, maybe my clutch disc went again, because it went and I replaced it probably close to 8 years ago now. And I don't think I'm that bad of a driver to run through my clutch like that. But the other thing is, when we replaced the disc, it was only the disc, because like I said, even at that time you couldn't get clutch parts like a pressure plate and flywheel and all that stuff. And so I replaced the disc, and I never like bled the clutch, never did any clutch adjustment, like nothing. Literally just replaced the disc, put everything back together, and I've been driving it like that for like the last 7 years. So I assumed something had messed up, but I never fully looked at it until today, like 6 months later. I went to check and see like, hey, maybe I can actually get some more life out of this clutch, and maybe I just need to like try bleeding it or something. And well, went to take a look at the reservoir, and yeah, there's nothing in there, well below the minimum line. So I'm thinking air got in the system, and I think that's why my clutch is messed up. So I'm gonna try and refill it, and I got this fancy little bleed tool thing. We'll see if I can even figure out how to use it, and we're gonna try and bleed my clutch master cylinder here. All right, we're gonna push the car back a little bit here. Gonna move some stuff. So I might be able to do this without even jacking up the car, because the slave cylinder is right there. I just got to reach in there and get a hose on it, and then try and use that bleeder tool, refill my reservoir, and see if I can bleed the clutch and get the air out, and see if that puts us back in business. Spray some W down in there and get it absolutely everywhere. Wow, good one, Zach. What a mess I just made. Let's try and get this hose down there and on the end of this nipple. Ow. Oh my God. Have you really worked on your car if you don't scrape the shit out of yourself while doing it? Alright, so I believe we just screw this on here. This side is to the pump, so that'll go in there. This side is going to be coming from that bleed line, and then we just want to extend it. And this was just a kit I got from Canadian Tire for like power steering and bleeding brakes, but it's fine to use it for this also. I'm going to grab the line that's under here, connect that to this line. Okay, well, something's happening. Making sure that your reservoir is staying full during the process so that we don't get any more air in the system. in theory, this really, like, it should work because it's gonna just keep pulling until all the air comes out of the system. But this thing is honestly kind of trash, and the spring like gets stuck going back, so I can't just like keep pumping it easily. I have to actually like push the handle back each time to get a pump, because then it sticks and you have to push it. Like, useless. That's ridiculous. So I am going to try closing the bleed valve, and then I'm just going to put the end of that hook line into the cup instead, and we'll pump the actual clutch pedal and try and get air out that way. Well, clutch pedal no longer sticking to the floor, and feeling pretty functional, just like it used to. We're safe to say that my issue was air in the slave. And I just never checked it. I thought something more serious was wrong, and just had way too much going on over the last 6 months, because we bought the house. As of 2 weeks ago, I'm now a dad. So there's that. Been adjusting to that. And yeah, I never actually finished my second taillight back when I did those videos. I had only finished the first one. But now both are complete. And they look pretty sweet. So finished up that right before the baby came, and now it seems like probably my clutch issue is fixed. I'll probably take it for a drive in the morning, and we'll see if that's the case. Maybe go through the car wash again and see if the clutch problem's fixed. If not, then we're really going to start tearing into it, but I think it's good. All right, guys, it's the next day, and just a quick recap, because I think I didn't really explain it very well last night. But this gun that I got from Canadian Tire for holding some pressure in the line to bleed my clutch did not work worth like anything, because if you see, like, it gets stuck in that position, and I have to like literally like release it manually. So being able to just hand pump this up didn't work great at all. So I ended up just using the cup from the kit instead, put a little bit of brake fluid in the bottom of it, and then just manually pumped my clutch. First time I bled a clutch, it's definitely much different than bleeding brakes, because like when the bleed valve is open, the clutch doesn't like spring back, or at least mine didn't. So I had to kind of just figure that out, kind of work with that between opening the bleed valve, closing the bleed valve, pumping the clutch, and kind of working that through the system until I knew the fluid worked its way all the way through and out the slave, and wasn't getting much air left. So seems like now the pedal, after tightening everything back up, the pedal kind of feels back to normal again. So yeah, when we moved, the car basically just got thrown in here. We moved a bunch of stuff. Like, I just packed the car full of stuff to move, and it sat here ever since. So I'm gonna just clean out some of the stuff that's in the car, and then we're gonna get it started. I have to boost it because it is also dead, and we'll take it for a rip, see if the clutch is all good. She is dirty. But we're gonna run through the car wash and cruise around a bit, charge up the battery. I'm a little bit nervous about my taillights. I hope that they are sealed well enough that moisture doesn't get in and stuff, but we'll see, because I'm not totally confident that I sealed them up that great. But to be determined. We'll go run through the wash and go for a drive and go from there. Just pulling into the car wash. Man, it is packed today because it's so nice and everyone's cleaning up all their cars. And yeah, I don't know. My clutch doesn't feel amazing. It is working and it's all good and I can drive the car. But I have about that much engagement at the very end of the throw. And it kind of, yeah, doesn't feel amazing. Maybe I just need to bleed it better or do some actual mechanical adjustment. But the car is driving, so hell yeah. Let's get it cleaned up and then we'll maybe do a bit of a kind of photo shoot afterwards. The taillights look sick. Taillights look really good. Because this is the first time I've actually seen it outside with both of them on. And yeah, they look sick. Only thing I need to fix with the taillights too is my signals. The car thinks the lights burnt out. I think I need one of those load resistors or whatever in each side on the signal to tell it that it can signal normally instead of doing the really fast blink thing. So yeah, a few little things to iron out, but all in all, got to take the car out on a super nice day, so stoked for that. We're gonna head back to the house, and then I'm gonna come out later when it's darker so that I can get some better shots of the taillights. So we'll jump to that. Alright guys, so that's probably it for this one. And get to a couple shows this year, and we'll keep making some more content. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.